And we are live. Hello, people. Hello, beans. Welcome to a first ever episode from Icky Doot. I am very nervous, so you have to bear with me on the struggling to speak side of things. I'm very, very, very nervous, actually. So yes, that's the thing. Hello and welcome. So for this season, I am going to be playing Minecraft, but I'm going to be playing modded Minecraft. So this is Create Above and Beyond. For those of you that don't know what it is, it came out about, I don't know, a year, 2 years ago. Create Above and Beyond. It's basically engineering with a very Minecraft feel. So you have blocks and items that will do certain jobs and certain things. So let's get into it. So here we go. Let's get a look. Let's get a look. Let's get a look. Completely new seed. Haven't gone in here before. Have no idea what I'm going to find. I will try my best to explain to you all what this is, what I'm doing, but I am not an engineer. I have to put this out there. I am not an engineer. That means that you're going to see me putting machines in the wrong places. You're going to see me taking machines down because I put them the wrong way round. Yes, that sort of thing. Let's go this way. Let's see what's this way instead. I kind of want to know what those yellow things are over there. So as I said, I've played this before, but I haven't played it for very long because I have the attention span of a gnat. Probably shouldn't tell you that. I will finish this. I will. Don't judge me. Oh, wild cabbage. I'll take it. So in this mod pack, you have different foods. It's not quite Pam's Harvest Craft, which has billions of foods, but you have the typical carrots, potatoes, but you also have witches. You also have witches. Ah! I'm gonna quickly run away and continue telling you about the food before the witch kills me. Hopefully. Oh, that's going to be embarrassing if I die now. Sod of witch. Oh, God. Oh, I'm going to die already. That's hilarious. No, stop it. No. Oh, you beast, you. Witches, am I right? We probably need to get some stone tools. Probably also need to try and find some coal so we can make some lights. And actually going underneath ground while it's getting night time, or going to be night time soon, probably not a bad idea. Because at the very least, we'll be able to get away from everything that's going to try and eat me. Because that's a thing. I'm sure you all have played Minecraft before. And definitely know about things that try and eat you. Yeah, sun's going down. Ripperonis. That's not going to be good times. Make ourselves a little furnace. Dig ourselves into the dark, deep cave of doom. Try not to die. Ooh, quickly grab this tree. Or some of this tree. We'll be able to make some charcoal so we can make some torches so we can then continue and not die. If we die, I'll be upset. Well, not upset, but I will be irritated, to say the least. Right. You go there. You go there. And we're just going to close this up so I don't get to meet any grisly zombie things. Because, you know, grizzly zombie things not really my forte right now. I don't have any armor. I don't site in Create Above and Beyond has a slightly different use. It's used for a lot of the machines that you can build. So if I quickly take you into my character page, yes, that's me, aren't I beautiful? You have quests. So most mod packs come with quests to kind of help you progress through the mod or figure things out as you go. So in here you've got the factory guide, remote trading for ways to get extra stuff, and in here you've got different things like tasks to sort of say, yes, I've read this, and then you get a reward, which, yes, we all need to have the flower plot with the plant. Beautiful. So as far as starter bases go, this is beautiful. Anyway, back to the thingy, back to the quests. So you get completely different things. So if I go back to the first one, it says, "This pack is for you. We hope you have a good time with it." I'm gonna try. The questing system helps with the primary customizations of the mod pack, trades, and the progression of tech. So completing quests is not required. However, I kind of like going through the quests. They're not required, but it helps. So we give that a little tick. You get sandbox has been turned upside down, so you invent anything you want to. That gives me some tea. About 50 inventions lie between you and the moon. As I said, you go to space in this one, so kind of exciting. Thousands of components will flow through the ever-growing sequence of your machines, providing the means to explore the next level of technology. And I get a cookie for that one. Cookie for the good girl. Your entire factory will be put to the test as final products flow into the data center, programming the guidance computer of your spaceship. Every step is difficult. Some may even differ depending on the generation seed of your world, which so far we found a witch. So, I mean, generation seed of the world kind of sucked because the witch nearly killed me. Yeah, we've got so far guesses for how I die first is cave exploring, falling, or mob attack, or, as 2 says, both. Thanks. Tired of the grind. Fund the operation with the coin provided from various errands. So basically I can hand in coins and go to the shop, or I can complete tasks which sometimes give me coins I can spend. I will show you all more about the money later. It's up here. You get the quest information and also what's over here. So you get the bulletin board provides you a way to earn currency. The market gives you a way to spend your money. Shipments are a way to exchange coins, so you can sell off various extra stock. The factory guide basically takes you each step of the way through the things, so don't panic if you don't know what you're doing. You can always come back to the factory guide. Metallurgy basically has different ways to make ore double itself. So when you're digging ore in this kind of world, you end up like getting 1 or 2, but then you can multiply it by putting it through Tink's smeltery or some of the thermal expansion. Again, we'll get into that. And life savers actually might be a way for me to get a bed. I wonder if I've got enough money for that one yet. Probably not. Tick the button anyway. So off you go. Now that you have an idea of what is what, you can now go and die to a falling mob. I combined your idea. Did you see that? Falling mob. Not even the normal one, but a falling mob. And we probably can buy a bed. So we've completed that already. Let's give us that. These are all very standard anyway. I grabbed that. Oh, I didn't grab that. Shipments. Wrong board. Market. Right board. 10 silver? Oh my god, that's extortionate. That's actually extortionate. I only have 1. Come on now. I guess I'm rich, boys. I'm rich. Let me just flaunt my silver coin. Hang on. Let's do this all the way around. Flaunting my silver coin at you, y'all. Nah, look at me being rich. Right, enough of that. Let's go find some iron, because that seems like a better idea. just going to shove that there for now, and we're just going to shove a bunch of this into the storage. Because again, if you die with everything on you, well, ripperonis. Now would be a good time actually to try and plant some of this, so we can actually have some crop going on, which can be quite handy early on. And as you can see, we've done pretty good on the zinc and less good on the iron. We'll take it though, we'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers. And we're just going to make a very rudimentary farm down there. Just so we've got some kind of food. We don't really want to get back into what we had earlier. So, 2. Just make ourselves a quick hoe. Grab that. And we're just going to make a little ditty over here, perhaps. So we're just going to shove down some bricks. Bum, 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 bum. So I'm going to assume you all have played Minecraft before, but if you have not played Minecraft before, any farm must have a water source. The water source must be 4 blocks away, otherwise it will go dry and it won't grow anymore. So whenever you're building one of these farm thingies, try and always make sure you've got 4 blocks to any water source, even diagonally. It's silly things like that you don't actually realise. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. 3, 4. And we're going to plant some wheat. Yeah, we got the seeds. We got the seeds. Achievement. We're also going to plant some onions. And some cabbages, since we have cabbages as well. Not a bad start to any Minecraft world is starting off with a farm. So it's also one of my favourite things to build in terms of building a base, is just you can make some really cute looking farm, like houses and farmyards and so on and so forth. It's one of those things, it's just kind of, it's nice. You always end up sort of going back to the same thing that you've built. If you're bored or you don't know what to do, you just go back to the same thing. I do try and get out of that every now and then. So we had a crazy base before with all sorts of colourful walls and a giant elephant and a giant bumblebee. That's the logo on the YouTube header. So we had a bunch of things. We also did do Astroblock, and we ended up having a spaceship, which was quite exciting. So we've planted that. So we've now got onions, wheat, we've got cabbages, which is a very easy early game food, and carrots. And we'll pop some this way as well. There we go. I would call that a decent start. Bah, have a torch. Doesn't have to be glorious, not just yet. It can just be a simple little farm. Here we go. And we're going to come up here again. Possibly make a door at this point. We'll make a proper nice thing later. For now, it's just about having a bit of security and making sure that things can't constantly break in or bugger us up. There we go. Very nice. Look at that. Beautiful. We have a door. And now we can actually have some food. This isn't the best way to do the food. The better way to do the food is to follow the farmer's crafting one. So if I quickly pop into so over here, this is just enough items, which, oh my god, regular Minecraft needs to install this. It really does. But if I search at farmers, this is the mod pack, Farmer's Delight. So you've got different types of enchanting that you can do. You've got different ways of storing things. Because as you can see, this has gone from half a haunch of hunger, satisfaction, and poison to kind of 2 haunches. It's really not a big step up. It's better, but it's not amazing. So early food is kind of naff. But you get some more things. So this here is the stove and the cooking pot and the skillet, and you can use these to make some rather more exciting things. So things like this, and most of these foods, not all of them, most of these foods will give you some kind of buff. So it's well worth later on building one of these and using one of these, because otherwise you're just going to end up with 2 haunches. Better than nothing, but still not great. So andesite can be used to turn into this. This is your basic block for most of the create items. You can use this to build shafts, to build cogs, to build all sorts of things. So if I do the U trick earlier, you'll kind of see what I mean. So you've got all kinds of circuit assemblies from Project Red Core, chutes, mechanics, valves, so on and so forth. So yeah, it's generally the base item to go for, which means that instead of using your andesite to build things or create things, really you want to be saving it for building various other items from create, because it's one of those items you don't come by so easily. Now create do offer an option to create, to generate andesite, but in order to do that you need to go down to bedrock. Less good. So options are save it as you dig it, or go down to bedrock and go make it. I know which one I prefer. Save it and don't have to get down to bedrock, but we'll do that anyway, because it is part of the quest train to go all the way down to bedrock and make andesite with something called a generator. So it's this in here, one of these quests. If I go to the overview, we haven't looked too detailed in this page yet, so because this is the first episode, we've only really had enough time to make ourselves a hole in the floor and find all of the crops. So what we'll be doing next time is we'll be going more into the preparations and into the higher aspirations. So auto crafting, auto filtering, transportation for items, etc., etc. So I'll quickly read this. The earliest inventions reveal one's resourcefulness with low-level equipment. Auto crafting, none. Filtering, not cheap. Item transportation, made the belt spaghetti mesh in your favour. I quite like the Star Wars reference there. After hitting the check mark above, the first chapter of the factory guide will become accessible from the side quest bar. So I will boop this so we get a bit of a look. We'll be ending the stream in a second anyway, so this will be some more about what we're going to do next time. So I've ticked that to get that open, and now we have high aspirations. So in here, this is the first step. So this one we'll be digging into a bit more next time. Which the next stream is on Friday, same time, same place, and we'll really start digging into some of this at that point, so we'll be able to actually get some other stuff going. So we have the wrench. Welcome to the factory guide. These quests are an automation plan for your upcoming assembly line, which, yes, it really is an assembly line. You'll end up with conveyor belts going all over the bloody place. Trust me, it's kind of fun. So these quests they're optional, but you can view them as recommendations. The flow graph depicts the connections between the relevant recipes and processing. Happy engineering. Let me know again if you fancy me doing any kind of different build or different thing with this, but generally we are going to try and follow the quest line. It's the best place to start. It's the best way to start to understand some of this. So in here, I'm not doing this one. Probably not doing this one. The richer flow graph of this guide may suggest that items aren't accessible until they have been automated, but rest assured, you already have access to the tools from later ages, such as filtering, but you have to kind of do a lot more to get it going because you've not got the things in place to do the thing yet. It's harder to do it now than it is later. So if I wanted to start using like redstone circuits and so on, it'll be more of a pain in the bum for me to do it now than it would later when I've got the conveyor belts in place to make it. So yeah, that we can tick already. And then what we have here, we have the basis to starting to make this. So as I mentioned, this was the andesite item that helps you build quite a lot of the mechanics, a lot of the items, which generally suggests you start off with a automated forest, so a way to automate collection for wood, as well as automating collection for andesite. You also need an awful lot of sand because you need clay to make the algae blend to make the andesite alloy. So that one is a bit of a complication in itself. It takes a lot to get that one going, but we'll get it going. I have faith. And the underwater garden, you also need a lot of kelp. I believe you can also use seagrass, but kelp's a lot easier to build a farm for. So we'll be doing some of this on Friday, with any hope, and digging a little bit further into the overview and what we can get done over here. So that should be easily doable, one should hope. But for now, we have a hole in the ground. We have a duck that makes a meep. Meep, meep, meep. We have a reasonably decent farm and a thunderstorm. It seems like that's generally a reasonably good point to leave it. So, as I said, I'm not going to do this unless I'm streaming. So you're not going to miss anything. You're going to have to go through all the boring bits with me, I'm afraid, and listen to me waffle on, because that's a thing. But this officially ends my first stream. I thank you all for coming along and watching. And I do hope to see you again next time on Friday, when we will dig some further into create Above and Beyond. And it's typical, it's just stopped raining. And hopefully, eventually, get to the stars.